Hello again, hello again, hello again. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think people are back in the hall, so again, if you hear noises, that's fine. The English today, please, this one, isn't it? The English today is putting things in order. You might have to you might have to put events in order. Some questions might ask you to put things in order of what happens when. Now, I know I have certainly used this word quite a lot with turquoise class. Chronological events in order of time. In order of time, you can put things in lots of different orders. It could be in order of height or length or colour, or it could be lots of different things. There's lots of different ways of ordering things, but the way that we're going to be ordering stuff today is chronological. Of course, the word chronological comes from Kronos, god of time. A nice link to the Greek myths. Although apparently there were two different Cronoses, it gets very complicated. Anyway, yeah. My snowman. Mai dashed outside into the fresh powdery snow. She couldn't wait to get started. First she made 2 balls of snow and put the smaller one on top of the bigger one. She then found some sticks to use as arms. She drew on some eyes and a big smiling mouth, and she stepped back to admire her work. Something was missing, but Mai had an idea. She took off her woolly hat and placed it on the snowman's head. Now he was perfect, but she was cold. So look at the text and put these events in order using numbers 1 to 4. And then, they have decided the first one was Mai made 2 big balls of snow. Number 2, Mai gave the snowman sticks for arms. 3, Mai drew a face on the snowman. And 4, Mai gave the snowman a hat. Now, you are going to be doing something similar on the other page here. Now, there are different ways of doing it. There's different ways of doing it. I think quite a useful way is to read it first, and then have a look at those, and then possibly maybe pencil in somewhere at the side the order you think it is, and then go back and read it again and check that your order does make sense, and then if it does, write it in properly. I think that's certainly a way of doing it. Another way of doing it is to read these again kind of before you read that bit, but I think unlike some of the other things earlier in the week, I think that is likely to cause confusion. But I mean, it might work for some people, so I think it's a good chance to experiment and find out which works and what doesn't. And then, those are the 2 main ones. Those are 2 main ones. If you had this on a separate piece of paper, there is a thing you can do where you sort of cut them out and move them around. But I think at the moment that would be too complicated. I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, write them out on strips of paper and then move those strips of paper around. That's something that if we were doing it in class, we might have already printed stuff out and chopped it. But I think that is a little much. But if you want to, why not? Good for handwriting practice. Let's see. Okay. I'll have a quick read of those if that helps. So the first bit you're going to be working with, the first bit of text is, Max steered his boat towards a small beach on the rocky island. As the bottom of the boat scraped on the sand, he jumped out and dragged it out of the water. He set off along the shore, scrambling over rocks and splashing through rock pools, peering around him all the time. As he turned a corner, he saw what he'd been looking for, the cave. There you go. It would be nice to have a title for that, but we don't. No, it doesn't. Okay. And the next bit, the entrance was blocked by an enormous rock, but Max noticed a gap just big enough for him to squeeze through. The ceiling of the cave was so low that Max had to crawl through on his hands and knees. As he moved further into the cave, it grew darker and darker. He fumbled for his torch and switched it on. The light revealed a rusty metal chest only a metre away. This must be it. So there you go. So if you can use these to put them in order, that would be marvellous. And I will be back in a little bit with the answers.